Sometime no see. Basically because it's kind of been a bit since WOTC has really done anything of noteworthiness, I suppose. And my Pokemon journey kind of came to an abrupt halt. And, being broke will do that, for sure. And taking time off from the shop to focus on my other job, so I'm not really interacting as much with the hobbies as much as I was before. But I plan on going back, so this is only temporary for the holidays. So yeah, it's cold outside. I'm seasonally depressed and working on it. Trying to get sleep in between all these extra time hours that I'm working. But I did have a couple days off last weekend, so I feel more human now than I have in a while, even though I did not get a lot of sleep last night. But anyway, a couple days ago, WOTC actually released something good, apparently. They released what people are saying is the best unban bannings or whatever that they've done in a long time. And a lot of it affected Modern, which is cool. It's not a format I play. It costs way too much. But people who do play it, really, really liked it. By unbanning Splinter Twin and a couple other things. And then they also banned the One Ring, which I was on the fence of okay, is it going to be banned? Because it's going to definitely be banned, or is it just going to be allowable forever? So I'm guessing they got done selling all their Lord of the Rings for the year, and then now it's time to ban the one card people would want from it. As far as Commander, it's still legal, and I don't think it should ever be banned from Commander. But that is good news because I did kind of want one just to have it in the collection, and now they'll be worth a lot less because people that have them no longer need them if they are playing Modern. So I guess that's good news. Again, doesn't affect me too much. But the other thing they did a couple days prior to that was announce that they were going to change the name of Kaladesh. Wow, this light's taking a bit. I got it pulled up here. They are changing it to Avishkar because apparently in some Hindi dialect, Kala means black, and not just, I guess, I'm not Hindu, but I guess it means more than black. It means something else. It means a derogatory for black, even though it's okay, because the article doesn't specifically state, do they mean a derogatory for black people? Or are they just if you want to say the F word for black, I don't get it. When they made Kaladesh years ago, which is one of my favorite sets, by the way, they meant it as Tomorrow Inventions or something like that for Kaladesh. I thought it was perfect. I've never heard anybody at any time complain oh, did you know that Kala it's actually a bad word, I didn't hear that from fucking anybody. Now, again, if it is a slur in Hindi, I could see, okay, that's kind of weird. Okay, so I got it on my phone here of the different pronunciations. So, so Kala was supposed to mean tomorrow. So that's what it is. But when I look it up on Google Translate, this is what they say. This is what it says tomorrow is in Hindi.
Kal.
Kal, apparently. Kal. There's no ah, there's no al at the end. It's just Kal, Kal. So that's what tomorrow means. And then when I look up black, and it's like the color, so black, darker, somber, dusky unit, this is what it says.
Gala.
Gala, which is what we've been saying, which we've been calling it. So it's kind of like, if it's a derogatory, why is Google Translate saying that is the color black? Like, hold on here. So, like, that would be the same thing. Okay, so Kaladesh was never meant to be black inventions. Like, that wasn't the point of it. It was meant to be tomorrow's inventions. But if they intended it to be black tomorrow, that's the translated, that's the title of this place is Black Tomorrow, would it still have racial connotations? Like, who would sit there and go, oh my God, that's so racist? Like, how is that even racist? It's a color. Did you know that black is a color in Magic? Like, there's black cards? Like, is just saying the color black like racist now? Like, I don't understand it. I don't get it. So, like, okay, no, I can go here to Google Translate, and we can translate black to French, and then this is what it would be.
Noir.
Noir. Okay? So now think of it's noir tomorrow, or whatever in French. Is noir like a connotation? Like, and then of course, anyone, everywhere, all the time. Oh, hold on. I erased it like a dumbass. All I have to do is wait for this slow ass bus. All I have to do is go to the Spanish translation of black, which there's two, because there's a masculine and a feminine, because it's one of those languages, okay? And so black in Spanish for the feminine is negra. And then black in masculine, and this is from Google Translate, is negro. So obviously, if you put something as negro tomorrow, okay, well, that's dangerously close to another word in English, okay? But as far as Spanish-speaking people, they'd be like, okay, cool, it means black tomorrow or whatever. So, like, even with that context, even if it's like, oh, that's kind of a weird thing to say in English, I guess, it's still fine. It still just means black. It's a color. It has nothing to do with people. It never had anything to do with people. And if the Hindi translation does have its like a racist connotation, then what's the other word for black in Hindi? Like, is there another word for black in Hindi? Because me just going up to someone and saying, oh, you're black, I mean, unless they're not black, I don't see why that would upset someone. Like, if that person's actually black, how am I insulting them? That's like someone coming to me and say, hey, you're white. Yep. Like, is that a racist connotation? What? So, okay, hold on. So, Google Translate. Okay, there's a couple. Okay. So, remember, this is black in Hindi. Kala. Okay, it's kala. There's an adjective. So, this is like calling something black. Sia. Okay. So there's a couple of other versions of it, but the number one is kala. So again, I don't get it. I don't understand it. And the fact that they're retroactively killing Kaladesh just because apparently this exists. Again, I don't know where and I don't know how, and I've never heard anyone complain about it. And I don't think there's ever been a Hindi person that has came across Kaladesh and went, oh my God. Oh my God, this is racist to black people. It's like, what? How is it? It doesn't make any sense, okay? It's so stupid. But, and that in itself, I think is just stupid. It's just a dumb decision, really. What will it change? Nothing. I know, like, some of the investment guys, like Rudy, were like flipping out, like, oh my gosh, they just black, they just what do they call it? Reserve list all of Kaladesh because they're never reprinting. I was like, well, they'll reprint the cards, unless it says Kaladesh on it for whatever reason. But they'll reprint cards, and of course they just won't refer to the plane as Kaladesh anymore. Even though everyone and their mom who knows of Kaladesh is going to call it Kaladesh or Avishkar. If they want to call it Avishkar or whatever, I mean, go for it. Like, you do you, Magic. Like, I can't really change it. But as far, I understand, and I understand, like, people are like, well, why is it such a big deal? If it's really nothing, then why is it such a big deal? Well, okay, in honest, with logic, because that's what we use here, right? I'm more of a chaos enjoyer, as some Nuxanor would say. And I'm down for it. You guys want to start banning anything just because it says black? Like, and they're the ones that are putting that onto people. Okay, I don't think they are color like what they say in the article is colorist. Look, bro, if someone hates a color, like, that's on them. Like, I have a particular color I don't like, which is, like, think of Subaru blue. I don't like that color. There's no reason for me to hate that color. I just don't like that color. I'll never buy anything with that color. I'll never wear anything with that color. I just don't like that color, okay? But everyone's allowed to have things they like and things they don't like. If some people hate the color black, well, okay, that's on you, dude. I don't think we should start banning the word black. I don't think we should start banning cards because they're black. You see, they're the ones that are applying it to people for whatever reason. And I think that's the like questionable, like, why? Like, why are you putting this on people? Why are you coloring people? And then it becomes like a whole political thing, and I just yeah, so I'm gonna live with this chaos. Like, okay, fine. You don't like the color black, WOTC, for whatever fucking reason. You can't, heaven forbid something be called black. So yeah, just start. You know what they should do? They should ban every black card. Black no is no longer a color, but they should make every card black. So like if it's a person, it's black. If it's an elf, it's got to be a black elf. Like, I'm down for the chaos town of all that WOTC wants to virtue signal to. Fuck it. There's no such thing as white people, Asian people, Hispanic people. They don't exist. Everything's black except it's not. Because we have to ban everything that's black. That's what I would find enjoyable. Like, as much as I do want, Magic to stay around long, I don't know if that's true, but I'm down for this stupidness that's going on. Like, I think that's funny to me. But yeah, I can understand why people are upset, because it's like, this is such a non-issue. Like, you guys really, like, you have nothing else to, like, focus on or work on or fix within Magic than to retroactively change the name of a plane that hasn't been visited to in a long time. And, apparently Aether Drift is going to be returning to Kaladesh or Ashtivar or whatever the fuck. Like, okay, and nobody's looking forward to that. Like, I don't think anyone wants this set to happen, but it's happening. And I think that's way more of an issue. Like, fine, okay, Kaladesh doesn't exist for whatever reason you want, WOTC. It doesn't matter the reason, it's your shit. You can change the story, you can take it out, you can ban it, whatever, it's your shit. But the stuff you're making right now, that's the problem. No one likes it, no one wants it, and that's what will actually hurt the brand. That's what will hurt the game. It's making crap sets, okay? Now, I don't know if there's been, like, releases for it, or, previews. I have not been on top of it, like I said. But, I'm not interested in the slightest. Like, I could care less, man. The only thing I'm looking forward to is the Eevee Terrestrial set that's coming out. I have my Japanese box, but I'm going to grab a English one when it comes out, and I'm debating if I want the box or if I want the special edition with the Eevee statue. My husband's favorite Pokemon is Eevee, and Eevee's my second favorite Pokemon next to Pikachu. I'm such a basic bitch when it comes to that stuff. So, but that's the only thing I've been looking forward to. And again, I will have just enough money to get it. Like, I love the holidays. I do. I love this feeling of this time of year, because as soon as it's not Christmas time anymore, it starts getting really rough for me. Because I don't do well not being in the sun. So the short days, the cold, dry weather, it's just, excuse me. It's terrible. So I know the upcoming days I'm going to have to fill the void with something. And it sucks that magic isn't really going to be a part of it. At least not as much as it was before. But I have times like these for sure. And like I said, like, WOTC hasn't really done anything, and the things they do are good for the game and then also bad for the game. But yeah, I don't understand the craziness, the oversensitivity, I would say. Like I said, I don't think the fact that Kaladesh exists stopped anybody from playing the game. And if someone was really hurt over that, because they apparently they think WOTC was race calling or something, like, my brain hurts thinking about it. But yeah, not too much more to say on that. And I don't know, how's your holidays going? I hope, like I said, I'm sorry I've been gone for so long, and I'll probably do a video with the opening of my Eevees, my English and the Japanese. Hope for something good. Shrugs. I don't really want anything from the set, so it'll all be trade fodder, essentially. But yeah, I've been doing a Baldur's Gate kick again. It was my life last year. It was just everyday Baldur's Gate. So I took a long pause from that, and I'm back on it again. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's any other, like, magic news or anything. I know, like, Pokemon apparently is still just exploding. Like, so many more thefts, so many more scalpings, so many more, like, distributors canceling orders to stores. And, like, it's, like, apparently this has happened before in 2020. I haven't looked into it at all. But I guess it's just going to be rough for people out there. I know, like, for me, because I'm trying to collect all the Pikachus, that the Surging Sparks one is just going to be a joy to get a hold of. They're like, what, $450 now? And it's just silly. And then the Pocket game came out, which I've been enjoying myself with, but I don't really like it because the pull rates are just stupid. The pull rates are bad, okay? Without getting, like, stupid lucky, like, one day I got stupid lucky and I pulled both of the I pulled the Pikachu and the Charizard immersive cards that day. Like, that was a nutty day. But otherwise, I've pulled enough how many would it be? Like 180 packs or something? Like, I spend money on it. I don't like it. You can battle and stuff, but it's not really that fun. I tried doing the TCG game online for Pokemon with all the code cards that I have, and it's okay. It's alright. Just not really, like, my thing. just like Magic Online isn't my thing. I like the personability, the interactions you have with people, essentially. That's why I like to play games. So doing stuff online is eh. Oh, I also tried Marvel Heroes, which is the not Overwatch game that came out, and played with some of my friends, and it's a good game. It's basically Overwatch, a little bit more optimized. They have like destroyable things, and of course different abilities and stuff like that. People told me to play I forget the name of it, but it's the little shark. Oh my god. It's so cute. Jeff the shark, yeah. So I played a bunch of games with Jeff the shark, and it was interesting. We weren't that cohesive of a team, to be fair. But I did have fun. That time of my life is basically behind me. Like, trying to play games is almost like a chore now, which sucks to say. Trading cards are easier. They stay in one place, and I can count them easily, and my brain is becoming too boomer to play the fast-paced stuff anymore. But it's still fun. I noticed some of my friends are playing it nonstop, which is fine. I mean, I don't blame them, because Overwatch 2 is crap. It's just garbage. So this is finally an outlet for them to play a hero shooter that's not shit. And I guess the other not controversial thing is the overwhelming abundance of, like, what did they say? Of, like, non-normally attractive characters. What was that game? Concord? Yeah, like, Concord was supposed to be the new Overwatch, but the characters were very ugly, and there was no good story. The gameplay, I don't even know if people even judged it by the gameplay, honestly, because so few people even played it. And then you compare that to Marvel Heroes, which is about superheroes, super beings. So, like, these aren't normal people. Granted, Overwatch wasn't either. But Overwatch still had attractive characters in it. So apparently, like, I guess some people are, pissy about Concord because Concord didn't do well. And they're saying, oh, it's because people can't get over their biases for attractiveness and stuff. I mean, okay. But I know for, like, me, I like to play either a cute or attractive or funny, okay, or a funny character. Like, I liked playing Junkrat. Not attractive at all, but he was so much fun to play, and he is silly. So there's got to be something there to like when it comes to hero shooters, like when you're a character. And like, if a character is ugly, at least make them funny, or like there's something about them that's charming. Or you can make them really attractive and just, like, complete assholes. I mean, like, one or the other. Like, people will play that too. But if, like, the character has either, like, no personality, regardless of how good they look. Well, some people would still play it. But if the person looks boring and they have a boring, like, attitude, a boring, like, personality, like, no one's going to want to play it. Maybe if the character is fun to play, maybe, but, like, it's all stupid. Again, it's just the chaos that you need to embrace. Like, so people are, if people are complaining, like, Concord didn't get a chance or whatever, and I'm like, you know what you need to do? You need to make the characters uglier. Like, let's not even, like, let's cut off some limbs. Like, let's have them in wheelchairs. Let's, like, make them deformed. Let's, like have them be burn victims. Let's have them be just, like, blobs, okay? Everyone's a blob. Like, everyone is a blob, and they're, like, like maybe different colors, but different blobs, okay? Because there's nothing you can be attracted about. No, I'm just kidding. And again, I don't understand, like, why can't characters be generally attractive? They don't all have to be beauty models or would, like, you know, have ridiculous proportions, or they don't all have to be that way. But a lot of main new modern games or whatever have been on the kick of not so purposefully unattractive people, and it's, to me, it's like, hey, that's a decision they made. Like, that's what they want. That's what they think is going to do best. That's the vision they had for this game, apparently, allegedly, whatever. I'm not going to stop them. Excuse me. I think I saw a commenter who said it best. Like, a lot of people are saying they should stop making these ugly characters. They should stop, you know, having these terrible storylines. They should stop making, like, having these horrible graphics and barely optimized gameplay. Like, they should fix all these things, which is true. If people have problems with them, they should fix them. Makes sense. But a commenter was like, actually, I hope they continue. I hope they keep making terrible characters with bad stories, with terrible optimization, and no one can play. I hope they continue to do that, and then they just run themselves into the ground. And then they stop. Then they forever stop. Like, no need to fix it anymore. It's gone. And I like that attitude. I'm for that. I'm down for that. These are not people that are being forced to make these games and forced to make these decisions against their will. And if it's like the whole banks are forcing them to do DEI or whatever the fuck, like, okay, that's still a decision they're making. Okay, there's people who have been successful despite having the same issues, the same levies and all that stuff. So you can still make a good game and not have to go that route. But they chose to. That's what they wanted. That's the decision they make, and they should live in it. If they all want to be Concord, I ain't gonna stop them. It's not my money. It's not my job to work for, to tell them what to do. And obviously, like, no one really listens to game journalists anymore, or journalists in general, honestly. So, like, my heart doesn't bleed for any of them. You reap what you sow. It makes sense. The world is still, like, it still makes sense to me, man. It's still revolving. People make crap stuff. They're not going to make money. And it could be for whatever reason. It doesn't matter. Whether it was under falsehoods or pretenses, or it just sucked. And it's the same thing with Magic. Like, they want to take out a whole plane because they believe it has bad connotations. Okay. Yeah, okay, just go ahead and do that. I can't stop you. It's a decision you're making. I don't see how this helps anything. But they can do that. Granted, I will find it funny if they do a return to Ashtivar or whatever, when it's like, bro, we've actually never been here. Remember that place, Kaladesh? Yeah, we've been there before, but we've never been to Ashtivar or whatever. So, yeah, it's just funny. You just gotta laugh, okay? You gotta laugh at this clown-pilled world. And it makes it so much better than being upset or angry about it. That's just a waste of energy, honestly. And while I can have my grievances with WOTC or Nintendo or whatever, it's just games at the end of the day. It's not necessarily serious. Granted, I do, like, there's always that hope of, like, you wish things were better. People, like, some people are like, man, I wish for the old days of games. And then they were responded with people that were like, oh, you mean back when they only had, like, 2 games a year? And I'm like, yeah, back when there's, like, 2 games a year, but both of those games kicked ass, everyone played them, and you could play them again for years and years and years and still be enjoyed. Like, yes, happily, I will gladly take 2 games, great games a year, over 200 shit games that I'll never play, never want to play again if I do. Like, yes, I will. Take me back. Please. But anyway, I don't know if I'll be uploading again this year. Ha ha ha. I hope everyone, have happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate or do. And enjoy New Year's. Drink responsibly or enjoy responsibly or whatever. Make sure to hug a family member, hug a friend, hug a pet. For people like me, this is after the holidays is going to get really rough. So maybe more good news will come out for WOTC, and I'll have a reason to play Magic more. We'll see. I know I'll be definitely bored after the holidays. So yeah, I wish you all luck. Thanks for watching, and see you again sometime.